Welcome to Healthy Skeptics, where we take a no BS approach to holistic health.
We're a mother-daughter duo who believe in redefining health by going beyond rigid protocols, detox fads, and restricted diets.
Here, we dig deep into root causes, challenging traditional and holistic medicine, and talk about what really works in today's world to help you feel your best.
Join us as we sift through the noise, tackle myths, and offer real insights into holistic health with a healthy dose of skepticism.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to another episode of Healthy Skeptics. So today, just to jump right in, we want to talk about how you should stop chasing goals.
That's a great way to start. Just throw those goals right out the window.
No, you don't need them.
What do you need those for?
But kind of. We're going to have this conversation about not goal chasing. Which is really funny in the health and wellness world. Yeah. We're just in general, like, I think we're constantly bombarded with information about how you should set goals, how you should think about goals, how you should be achieving goals. It's all
your
about
whole life.
Your whole life.
Your whole life is
Yes.
about goals. Graduate, you make this team, do these things. I mean, everything is a goal.
Yeah, and how to set them and then how to make the incremental changes in order to get there. And it's what we've found in our work thus far is that this approach is actually more detrimental to health. I'm not saying it doesn't work with other things, but when it comes to health and health related things.
Yes.
Well,
you're talking about like more when it comes to like internal, like metabolism and stress levels and hormonal control, all those
symptoms.
things.
If you're experiencing like a health related symptom that you want gone, setting a goal doesn't work. And that's kind of what we wanted to talk about. That's what we've seen. And we've seen it be, when that mindset is in play, we've seen it being detrimental to our clients. And so we want to talk about that today to help you.
Also personally.
Personally.
I mean, seriously, you know, you can see it in ourselves. It's not just, we're not just always, you know, some of the information that we have comes from our own experience as well.
Yeah. And setting goals, what we've found, setting goals with health. We're not here to bash goal setting. Like I said.
We're just kind of joking.
Yeah. But what it can do is lead to a cycle of frustration. It can lead to a cycle of wasted time.
Yep.
And potentially like just unfulfilled potential when it comes to actually like achieving long-term health and feeling good in your body.
Right. Well, I think the funny thing was we started this conversation in the car, I think, like we were talking over the car, but
well, we were frustrated with clients having this mindset. And really it's because the mindset is when you have a goal, like, and I'm going to use weight loss because it's such a common goal.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a goal like weight loss, when it's a short-term mindset like that, we are looking for, and human nature looks for the easiest path to reach said goal. What's the easiest path?
Path of least resistance.
Easiest path to symptom relief. But it creates this tunnel vision. And what ends up happening is because you're looking for the easiest path, you forget about all of the other things. And that was a frustration we were experiencing. And I was like talking through what the mindset shift is that actually needs to happen in order for you to, yes, achieve the goal that you have, but to get there in a way that equals long-term sustainability, health, and just enjoying your life. So you're not always focused on, I have to achieve
a goal. Well, and the other thing, it was funny because I said, you know, we were talking about the goal setting and you were like, okay, so you reached the goal. Now what?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's that, okay, you made the goal. So how is it sustained?
Mm-hmm.
Because, and like I said to you, a lot of times when you have a goal, no matter what it is, there's a lot of work that goes into achieving that goal. Like you're probably living a life that isn't what you would envision it to be once you have that goal. Mm-hmm. But if all you're doing is working toward a specific goal, you achieve the goal, and it's like, how do I sustain it? What's my life look like now? What if those changes take me backwards and now I gotta have a new goal? Mm-hmm. I mean, there's just so many pieces to it.
Yeah. And most people that come to work with us or go to work with any practitioner they start a program wanting to fix it,
whatever it is.
And so the idea is that I start the program, I do the program, and then it's going to be fixed.
Yep.
And then that's it.
Yep.
And that's not how health and your body work.
It's not how life works.
It's not how life works.
Inevitably, there will be a bump in the road, so to speak.
Yeah.
That you cannot be short-minded or
Short-sighted.
Short-sighted. Yeah, that would be the word. Not short-minded.
Yeah. This is part of the thing where it's like people return to old habits after they achieve the goals because they never actually learned or took the time to understand what the root cause is, why their body felt like that in the first place.
Yeah.
It's all just about losing the 10 pounds or getting rid of the migraines or having a healthy cycle or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right?
All of the mini goals.
Yeah.
All of the mini goals.
Exactly. So here's the mindset shift that we think, and after working with lots of women that have this very simple shift or mindset of goal setting, and even we see it with health coaches. I see it with health coaches a lot where it's like, we're going to sit down and talk about your goals. And again, goals are fine. And they can keep you on track or they can be motivators.
Right.
But there is a real mindset shift that changes everything and allows you to have long-term sustainable health where you're not constantly on the wheel.
Right. Well, you know what I think though, when you first talk to someone, you're still operating in that original mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So sitting down with someone and saying, "Hey, what are the goals? What are you trying to achieve? What is it that what are your hopes and dreams here? Like, let's get those out so we know the direction we're headed."
Mm-hmm. And we do that.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, yeah. And I said, but then it's the work of shifting that away from a specific one-time goal to more of a longevity type of conversation.
Mm-hmm. Because then what we go and do is start to ask the right questions. And this is where the mindset shift can take place. And this is what I would encourage you to ask yourself as well. Because this is something that you can start to practice now.
Yeah.
Too. So
absolutely.
It's instead of how do I achieve this goal, we're asking why is my body reacting this way? So if the goal is I want to lose 20 pounds. Great. Now the question becomes, why have we gained the 20 pounds? What's happening that's making my body respond this way?
Yeah. And it really is like weight gain, for a lot of it is internal communication happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's your body telling you that some communication in here isn't working properly, is slowed, is I don't know.
It's just information and
it is. It's like it's the thing is like symptoms are messages. It's the only way our body has to communicate to us. We say that like a million times. So when you're sitting there and you're thinking about that, it's like, yeah, why did I gain 20 pounds? Did I eat bags of M&Ms every single day,
right.
or did I quit moving? Was there a lot of stress? Was there an event that happened? Had I been sick? I mean, there's so many questions as to, and then from that, you can dig a little bit deeper and go into, well, this is when this happens, when you experience this is how your body's responding.
Yeah. And I think, so if you have this goal, what we can fall into, the trap that we can fall into, and I think this happens a lot with people seeking help from a practitioner or somebody, is they go, okay, I want to lose 20 pounds. And immediately they're like, what's the formula that's going to get me there?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they just want you to give them the formula. And what it actually is, and what our job is to walk you through and guide you through what got you here in the first place so that you can change from that level. Your goal is going to get achieved regardless, but one way is giving you a formula that then you can take action on, and sure, you might achieve your goal, but then you have no idea why the goal happened. You don't know how to sustain it. You don't
know how you're not going to backslide.
Yep. You get stuck on the up and down.
Mm-hmm.
But then you've never evaluated your lifestyle, your habits. What is your body communicating to you that it needs in order to thrive for the long term? So those are the deeper questions you want to be asking. So if you have specific symptom in mind or a goal in mind with your health. I want my hair to grow to my butt. I don't know what it is. But if there's a certain goal, or if it's even deeper than that, and it's a chronic illness, or it's an autoimmune, and the goal is like, I just want to be able to eat without
having a reaction
pain
all the time,
or without having a reaction all the time. Again, it's a great goal, but we want to ask the deeper questions. So you can set the goal, but don't just go, okay, how do I get there?
Right.
What's the formula? How do I get there?
Right.
We want to go, okay, why did I get there? What happened? Do the work to figure out and ask those questions. And then if you need help making those connections, that's our job.
Right.
That's our job, to come in, look at your health history, look at your life experiences, look at your environment, look at your food, and start to help you piece together those connections so you understand the why. Then you can start implementing change in a way that actually gives you and sustains long-term health.
Yeah, I think so. Some of that mindset of goal setting comes from the my body's broken mentality. Yeah. Where it's like, something's broken, I need to fix it. And instead it should be,
so here's the formula to fix it, and then it's fixed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Quote unquote.
Yeah. Yeah. But then it's more working in concert with your body, understanding your body, being a partner to your body, like really learning you.
Well, we also have the theory, if you will, the opinion that you're not broken. Your body doesn't need fixing.
Right.
For example, if you experience PMS and anxiety and it's wicked and it's bad, right? It's not about fixing that. Your body's responding and it's telling you something in that. So how are you going to work with it and answer whatever it is telling you?
Exactly.
It's not a brokenness.
Not broken. No, it's not broken.
And it's the same with an autoimmune. It's the same when you feel like your body's attacking you, quote unquote. It's just sending you signals and symptoms, and we need to figure out why that's happening. And I think it's real.
And sometimes it's really, really loud, and it gives you really uncomfortable symptoms to let you know that we have, it's that old Houston, there's a problem.
Yeah. But I think why this is unattractive. Well, again, it's a human nature thing.
Yeah.
The path of least resistance. It's
I want you to tell me what to do so that I can just go do it and fix it.
Yeah. I want the drug. I want the antibiotic. I want
the surgery. I want the shots. I want the whole thing.
Which that's attractive.
Yes.
This is less attractive. And it's also potentially dismantling beliefs that you hold, lifestyle choices that you've made that you think you enjoy. It's asking you to really self-reflect, assess, evaluate, explore, be have more
with yourself.
Curiosity, be more vulnerable. And that is not,
it's not the American
easy.
way. That is nothing we're taught.
No.
I mean, like, it is literally nothing we're taught. From little on, there is no time for exploration that way. We don't talk about doing those things and really understanding who we are. And that changes. And our bodies change. And that's the other thing about fixing something. It's like, it's not like a broken bone where I can put it back in place and, okay, now that's fixed. It's more that, our bodies are created to change, sometimes second by second, minute by minute, all through. Like, we have to have fluctuations. We have to have space to move. It has to adapt to whatever situation it's in. So it can't be, here's a Band-Aid fix. It can't, because that's not how the body works. So
I think it's, for example, just to explain in a story why this is so challenging. Well, we have a client right now, and she's struggling. She's in a lifestyle that she thinks that she enjoys and has always enjoyed. It's a specific way she works. She's a shift worker. She really enjoys living in a high-paced, challenging work environment, and also she's fighting a 30+ year battle of diminishing her stress in order to just keep going, put a smile on. It's not as bad as everyone else's. So I'm
Okay.
kind of going to create a sense of this positivity,
Mhm.
and not acknowledge
Yep.
the stress. Yep. And she's been doing this since she was a kid, high school on. And so you look at her symptoms with gut issues and weight resistance and some anxiety and things of that nature,
Depletion of nutrients and minerals.
yeah, but
all those things.
some of her, just symptom wise, and the things that she has going on. And I could give her a formula. I could go, okay, well, this is just what you need to do. Here's the list, here's the supplements, and that's gonna fix your gut and your leaky gut and your bloat, and we're just going to put you on a diet, and we're going to have you count macros, and that's how you're going to lose the weight, and here's an exercise plan, and blah blah blah. Okay,
now go do this for the rest of your life.
Now, well,
I mean,
well, no, it's like
going to change. You can't.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, okay, that's until when, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So then let's say she hits this goal, and she's been working her butt off with all of these different things that she had to do to achieve this goal of weight loss, and her gut's feeling better, but she's now completely exhausted. She's like, I can't keep doing this forever. I can't stay on 10 supplements. I can't do a rigorous exercise program. I've kind of put my social life on hold, and I'm not doing anything because I'm on this plan to lose 30 pounds.
No joy.
No
fun.
Yeah, no joy, no fun. And, then what? Mm-hmm. Right? And then it's like, bye, see you later. Instead of asking her the questions of like, why has she chosen to live this particular lifestyle? Mm-hmm. Why has she felt the need to suppress her own stress and just deal with it and push through and I'm just going to fill my calendar in order to ignore whatever else. And it's not as bad as everyone else. Why is she doing this? Why are we holding these beliefs? Why are you creating this environment? Why is this your lifestyle? Right. It's tricky to dig into that. But when you start to pull out the whys, why am I doing this? What is happening? She's now starting to explore what it could look like, changing those things.
Right.
Now, when she starts to change her environment, the lifestyle things that she's chosen to engage in that are creating these symptoms.
Oh, yeah, creating the body to respond in that way.
She's not going to have to do crazy exercise programs or crazy calorie restriction or take 500 supplements.
Right.
She's just her body's just going to change and respond. Mm-hmm. So it's like, that's the stuff. Yes. And again, there's always things that you're going to be doing with food and blood sugar, and there may be some supplements that can help with symptom relief and all those things are important.
They're all important. They're important for every day.
Of course, but it is less about the formula and more about the why. So just like hammer that home a little bit of an example of like why this is so challenging, because she might wake up and have to make significant actual changes to the way she lives her life,
right?
Not eat less bread. And it's not what we want to hear.
No.
It's not what we want to hear. It's not, here's the antibiotic to fix your problem.
No.
And it's challenging, and it's against human nature, mm-hmm. and it's why we exist as coaches and
right.
to guide and to help and to handhold and to encourage and to hold you accountable.
I was gonna say, and to kick your butt when you need it.
And to help you make these connections, to help you understand your body, what it's actually communicating. It's not about following a program for a set amount of time.
Right.
It is, yeah.
Well, it's like, we talk when our clients graduate, quote unquote. We usually give them a plan that talks through, hey, you're feeling great, everything's going really, really well right now, but life's going to happen. Like life continues to happen.
Because you're alive.
Yes, then that's a good thing. Yeah, exactly. So you cannot think about health isn't a destination.
Mm-hmm.
To be healthy isn't I achieve health. It's you have to keep, it's living, breathing, have to keep going. You have to adapt. But the beauty is that during that time period when you're really doing the exploration internally, you understand your body to the point that when those things happen, I know how my body's going to react if I'm in a stressful situation. I know how my body's going to react if I'm sick. I know how, because your body likes repetitive things. It likes to be trained. It likes to feel safe through routine. And so, but it's the same when it's going to react. Chances are it's going to react the same way it always has. And so you learn those things so that when that happens, you really have the ability to be more resilient, to bounce back quickly, and health becomes a part of you, not a goal or a destination.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How was that?
It's great.
I think my brain woke up there for a minute.
Yeah. So again, this is the shift, right? So it's not about setting a goal only.
Right.
It's not about just setting the goal. It's about really asking why, reflecting on your why.
Yeah. I think that's hard.
Are you, and this is something I wrote down because it's something that I remember to ask clients as well, but it's, are you chasing a goal because you think achieving it will fix how you feel about yourself? Or are you genuinely committed to creating a life and a body that feel good for the long term? Are you genuinely committed to that process? Or are you just trying to fix and achieve a goal?
Right.
And there is a certain freedom. It's something we hear time and time again from our clients. There is a certain freedom that comes from being in unison with your body instead of feeling like your body is always against you and you have to fix it and it's broken and so on and so forth or that you're at war with it. There is a beauty, a release, a peace, joy there in when you start to go, oh, we're a team. You're not you're not against me, you're not fighting me, you're just trying to communicate, and I'm not being a very good teammate in how I'm responding.
Yeah.
I'm the problem.
Well, the conscious is because your body always strives to be in balance. Homeostasis. It's just every cell in your body wants to operate at an optimal level. It just does. And we're the ones that get in its way.
Oh yeah.
To not allow that to happen. And so that communication and the symptoms and all the things you feel when that's not the case, it's still your body trying to get to that state, which it will take from other systems. It'll do different things and give you those messages.
I had another thought while you were talking.
Oh, of course.
So much of this too, when you go from, I have a goal and here's the formula and I have to fix myself, to understanding, like trying to understand the why, there's so much pressure on people that are experiencing symptoms and health issues that they have to live up to a certain standard. And it's their fault, because we've talked a lot about like lifestyle and things, right? Yeah. And it's your fault that you're sick. But part of understanding the why is potentially actually understanding why it may not be your fault, quote unquote, as well. There are things, genetics do play a role. Environmental exposure does play a role.
And that's not just toxins, that's where you work, what
Yeah.
your home is like, what, you
Mhm.
know, like all of like places you are,
Yeah.
the
People
emotions around
things outside of your
Yep.
control.
Yep. Absolutely.
And what that does is, and especially when you do work with someone who understands those things, it it does create a little bit of a relief when you're understanding the why. Because it also may be things that are outside of your control, but you can still create a body that is resilient,
Right.
and that
Can respond, it
can
can respond in a
respond.
way that doesn't cause you,
Mhm.
isn't screaming at you.
Yeah. So I think there's both sides. When we're getting to the why, it's like there is deeper work and lifestyle changes and all of those things, but also there is a certain amount of relief that can come where you're like, okay, I didn't necessarily bring this sickness upon myself. I was just
Surviving.
yeah.
No, I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
You know, seriously.
Seriously.
And I'm going to add just one little layer to that. Also, I didn't know what I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't know that engaging in whatever can cause my body to respond in this way. You know, do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like, we're not, it's one of our biggest thing. It's one of our biggest things. It's not a thing. It's one of our biggest passions is the fact that, and especially as women, we are never taught from little on how our bodies actually operate.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you go through your life and, yeah, we generally know this isn't the best choice or whatever. And we make them anyway, or we are just trying to survive or get through something and we do things and we've never learned how our body responds or the way it's really supposed to respond. And then how our own individual body responds to things. And then it's like, and then we end up in kind of trouble. Like now we're in deep. And now I need to figure out how I'm going to shift that. And so those lifestyle changes are less about, and I think you're right, people make people feel guilty. It's like, oh, you're sick. Well, you didn't really eat very well, or you didn't buy enough organic food. This is why you have these problems. Or you're not out there, getting your 10,000 steps in a day. It's your fault. Yeah. That's bull crap. So it really is more about just accepting where you're at and then relearning how your body operates. I mean, that's really all it's
because your body's needs.
Yep. And it changes. They change.
Yeah.
Holy cow, do they change?
Yeah. I think it's an important, we've hooked morality to health. Yep. Status as well. And that if you're just not doing enough, or you're not being good enough, or you're not being clean enough.
No.
And that's why your body is responding, when in reality it's not. It's so much deeper than that. It is and so much more complicated. Yeah. And that's why the formula doesn't work.
Right.
That's why
it can work for a minute.
That's why the broken to fix mentality doesn't
it's
work.
Not right. It's not sustaining, and it's not health. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the thing, right? It's like what we really want is health for all of the fun and the joy in life. Mm-hmm. I want to be able to do the things I want to do. I don't want a body that's going, no, we're not doing that. Mm-hmm. I want, you want to be able to engage with your family and your friends and have a good time and not be the one that's like, gosh, I really can't do that because I just don't have the energy for it, or I'm just not feeling well today, or mentally everything's so heavy. Yeah. We want health for all of the great things in creation that we get to go and enjoy. That's the reason for doing this and getting and going deeper and figuring it out. Yeah. So anyway, do we have any takeaways for people? Because now all we've done is we've talked through all of this stuff.
I would just say the biggest thing is get comfortable exploring your body without judgment, and start to pick up on patterns and how they're connected to symptoms. Journaling is a great way of doing this, but it's like track your symptoms, track your energy, your mood, your cycles. Start to pick up, get curious about your body, right? That would be a big one. And then instead, if you have a goal, if you have a certain health goal in mind, start to shift from how do I fix this to why is this happening? What is going on? And then if you need help in the uncovering of the why, reach out.
Right.
Find somebody that you trust, that is going to guide you and not just dictate what you can and can't do,
Right.
or give you a bunch of supplements
Or
and
sign you
pills
up
or
for
protocols or formulas.
or sign you up for a weekend that's going to fix all of your problems.
Although I love a good retreat.
I do too, but that's not about.
Yeah. But look for somebody that's actually wanting to walk you through that process of figuring out why. And this is kind of something we say a lot, is like, when you do pay for functional medicine, can be expensive. What we do, it's not covered by insurance, and we get that, but maybe
yet. Always
but,
hope.
But what we say is you're not paying for an hour of our time or a session. What you're really doing is investing in someone to break down, look at your health history, look at your medical history, look at your life routines, look at everything that's going on, ask those questions. And there could be, certain testing if there's still questions and we're not fully seeing that why from lifestyle or your day-to-day or your food or your health history, whatever it is. We're not seeing fully why. There may be some testing. I think we can over test, but that's probably a different podcast.
That's a whole nother one.
But you're investing in someone to look at all of that, consolidate it, and then help you figure out what shifts, changes, and things actually need to happen so that, you're able to live life from that standpoint.
Right.
It's not, not just help you lose the 20 pounds, but why did you get there in the first place? And how do we, actually shift those issues? So, and honestly, we get people there a lot better, quicker,
and more sustainable. I think that's the biggest thing is
than the ones that hand people the formula. The formula so often fails,
or the shot, or the
just so often fails, and people are right back to where they started, sometimes worse off, because no one ever took the time to ask why. So, it's health isn't something somebody else gives you.
No.
So, anywho, that's the takeaway. That's the mindset shift. We hope that was helpful.
Right. Yes. And if you have some questions or anything like that, we love feedback. We love hearing your questions. So, happy to answer them. You might generate a whole nother podcast. But yeah. So,
all right. We'll see you guys next time.